Welcome back once again to Bonita Media. Call me Boniface Owino. And ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder that don't forget, please don't leave without dropping your comment in the comment section and tell me where you're watching this video from. I would also like to appreciate those who have already subscribed, people like Lillian, people like Billion, people like Jefferson Siringa, Power of Trinity, LM254, Folks, people like JB's. Thank you very much. You're very many. I can't mention all of you. I really appreciate you for the great work that you're doing. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Asanteni sana. Just keep on tuning in and please don't forget to subscribe as we move on. Now, getting into this discussion, I would like to say this. That, it is so much painful that these people can follow Ojwang's father, can call him over the phone, and then they talk.
Kama nilivyosema hapo awali, nilivyotangulia kusema ya kwamba namshukuru rais kwa kuchukua kijana wangu Albert Omondi kama kijana wake na kuhisi kuona kitu, sababu wengi wameaga dunia jana, hata juzi, hata wiki jana, lakini alichagua kuchukua mzigo huo kama wake ili akaweze kusema pole kupitia kwa simu yangu. Mimi namshukuru kwa ajili ya hiyo. Mzee Raila Amolo Odinga ambaye pia ni mzee wetu alichukua fursa ya kunipigia simu akiwa nje ya nchi na tukazungumza na yeye, akanipa pole yake. Pia mama Gladys Wanga pia amekuja nyumbani, na tokea hapo nyuma amekuwa akiniuliza wakati kwa wakati vile ninavyoendelea huko Nairobi, maana Nairobi si nyumbani. Tumekuwa tukiwasiliana. Pia siwezi kumsahau Daktari Eve Obara ambaye pia amesimama kando yangu, na anaendelea kuuliza kama kuna jambo lolote tunaweza kusaidiana kama wanadamu. Kwa hivyo nasema asanteni. Swala la kuhusiana na msiba huu ni mkubwa, msiba ni kubwa, na sisi kama boma hili mnavyoliona hatuwezi kumudu kuwagaramikia gharama ya msiba huu. Kwa hivyo bado tumesimama kama familia kuomba yeyote ambaye ataguswa kuona kusimama nasi katika familia. Kuna nambari ya paybill ambayo iko hapa, na pia ambaye hatapenda kupitia kwa njia hiyo ya paybill pia anaruhusiwa kupitia kwa msemaji wa familia, ili kwamba tukajumuike kusaidia kusindikiza mwili wa Albert kufika mahali pake pa kupumzika. Asanteni sana.
I don't know who to blame. Should we blame Ojwang's father for accepting to talk to these people, or should we blame these people for calling Ojwang's father? Because I'm in between these two people, like between the politicians, like let's say for instance William Samoei Ruto, and also Ojwang's father, because Ojwang's father is explaining very well that they've talked with William Ruto over the phone, and William Ruto have sent his condolence a message to the family and to him for losing his son. Now my question is this. Of course, what I think I know is that William Ruto cannot talk to this man without sending him money. We have to accept that. You and I knows very well that whenever someone says that we talked over the phone and he said sorry, the sorry that this person said was sending money. Why is it that these people want to take this thing like it's just a normal thing? And Mark you, let me just say this without fear of contradiction and with a lot of confidence, that are you seeing the direction that now this thing has taken? Ruto already has talked to the father. The father has come publicly and said that William Ruto called him and said sorry. There is this case is going nowhere. A lot of people went and fought for Ojwang. I think during the demonstration, what they were fighting for was justice for Ojwang. That is last week. They were fighting for. They were saying that they were supposed to fight for justice. In fact, that is what they were doing. They were fighting for the justice, and justice for who? Ojwang. So the government knows very well. These people knows very well that when we talk to the father will come publicly and say that we've talked and we've said sorry, and that will be in fact, by saying that, by saying that, by the father, for Ojwang's father coming out and saying that they've talked to William Samoei Ruto, it has really discouraged a lot of people who still had got that eager of fighting for Ojwang. A lot of people who really wanted to still fight to stand firm and fight for Ojwang have been discouraged, because after all, they're going to say that if the person that we're trying to fight for, the father, in fact, we're trying to fight for the father so that at least he can get justice for his son, and then he's telling us that he has talked to the oppressors, he has talked to the killers. So what are we going to do? Who are we going to fight for? You see, things might change, and you might hear Ojwang's father saying that after all, the son has died, so there is nothing that can be done. So it is better just accept the fate and bury the son. I see. So that is the target that the government. That is the only thing that the government is targeting, or was targeting. Get Ojwang's father. Talk to Ojwang's father, because they know that after talking to Ojwang's father will come publicly and say that they've talked. After talking, the people will be discouraged for the justice, singing about the justice. So let me ask you, only that statement, how many people do you think have been discouraged? Just the way I've said, because I know that a lot of people have been discouraged. How many people do you think have been discouraged just by that statement of Ojwang's father saying that he has talked to William Samoei Ruto? People don't love William. People don't want to hear anything to do with William Ruto. And then you are coming, you are bereaved, you've lost your son. You are coming and telling people that I've talked to that person that you don't want, and he has said sorry. We've talked over the phone. Automatically, he has sent you money. And it is very true that, my friend, money can buy anything. Money can buy anything. Anything can be bought. Even death can be bought with the money. Death can be bought with the money. Loyalty can be bought with the money. Everything. I don't know. I feel pity for this mzee for losing the son. But again, only that statement has really made me like, what is going on with these our leaders? This case, because this one happens just immediately after Lagat steps aside. Are you seeing? I don't know whether you're feeling something here. Let us just try to fill the gaps. Ruto calls Ojwang's father, said sorry over the phone, and then minutes later we hear that Lagat have stepped aside. Why is it that Lagat did not step aside before? In fact, the whole of last week people were talking about Ojwang of Lagat stepping aside, but he didn't do that. Why today? Why? A lot of questions to be asked. This issue of Lagat stepping aside or Lagat resigning started last week on Monday. He just immediately after the death was announced, and Lagat was being linked with the death or the killing, with the murder. He refused to step aside, or refused to step down, or even resign. Why is it that he's resigning he's stepping aside out just today after William Ruto has called the father? It is so much like something is not adding up. I can't just figure out exact thing that is not adding up, but something is wrong somewhere. And then Gladys Wanga has also gone. You know, Wanga has been silent for a very long time, since last week. He never came up public to speak. And then right now we're being told that Wanga was in the family to do what? It is so bad that at one point you're telling us that you need justice for those that killed Albert Ojwang. On the other hand, you are colliding, or you are associating with the people that we think that are the real killers. Something is going on somewhere. I really love the courage that the former CJ Maraga came out with, and said that all these people are supposed to resign, resign and then be jailed. Not just resigning, be jailed. Number one, DIG, the DCI boss, for lying to the public. The DIG himself for ordering the arrest. And then the IG for also lying to the public that Ojwang killed himself by hitting his head on the wall.
Says we demanded the arrest of the DCI because he lied on oath, and the IG, as well as Mr. LAGAT himself, and they be prosecuted, and those of course who are associated with the murder of Ojwang. To clear this, to be clear, we support the efforts of the other Kenyans who have already petitioned for private prosecution, and if no action is taken, we will join them and come up even with fresh charges against them, and we demand that this be done on or before the 25th of June this year. If that is not done, we will formally come out and join those efforts and demand for private prosecution. You know, the law provides for that. If the DPP or the agencies don't want to take that action, we are not left helpless. We can demand for private prosecution and go right ahead.
We all know the lies that the DCI gave. And then we also have here the IPOA. In fact, this body is corrupt. The DCI, the IG's board, the police, the IPOA, the NIS, all these bodies are corrupt. I really don't know how we can sweep all these people. You can just say that enough is enough and all these people will be taken away. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what can be done and what cannot be done. But after all, guys, that is just my thought. You know, I've been thinking about that statement that was made by Ojwang's father, by the way. That why is it that William Ruto is calling him? William Ruto Raila Odinga. Why are they calling him? Okay, they know very well that after calling this father, the father will come and say it publicly that he was called by the president, and after that, the case will come to an end. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and please don't forget to subscribe. Until we meet again, I've been your host, Boniface Owino. Bingo.